Hello Flosstube, it's Lisa here from the Shady Tree Stitches, and I'm coming to you with season 4, episode 3 on the 21st of April 2022. Aren't you proud of me? I made an effort to know where I am and what date it is. Thank you for joining me. This is a video about cross stitch, and you're going to see my cross stitch progress, haul and plans for the last 2 weeks. And I hope you can sit back and enjoy, grab your stitching, have a listen and look up when there's anything you think you want to actually see. If you're new, thank you for joining me. This is a in-between video you get from me every week or so to see my progress, because I am an avid cross stitcher. I'm a bit obsessed really. I like to do lots of cross stitching. As you can see, we are back in my craft room today because my husband's at work. All my returning people, thank you for coming back. So you will know that this is where we are. But I've just spent this morning rearranging, so it's a different view. My shelves are there, and this is the window with all my display of cross stitches. And I made an effort to put my autumn ones up for you today. So I'll make an effort to change them whenever I can get back here to stitch. So yeah, and hopefully you enjoy what you see. All right, I have been busy. It's been 2 weeks and 2 days since you saw me. I'm sorry. It's been a bit of life stuff happening. You know, not much. I don't talk much about life, but yeah, it's been school holidays. So I've had the kids. I sent the kids off to camp. Yay. I was going to have a few days off to be able to work on my business and other things. And then one of the kids' cabin mates got COVID and she got sent home as a close contact. So I had an extra day of driving and an extra 2 days of entertaining the child who needs the most entertaining. So yay me. So needless to say, I'm behind in lots of things. Plus the next week my father-in-law unexpectedly had a heart attack and died, which is very sad. But we're okay. We're working through it. He's in a better place. But that did throw another spanner in the works. So I do apologize that I'm late bringing it to you. Hopefully you'll forgive me and enjoy what you see. I've got lots of different things for you today. All right, so since I saw you last, I have done 8,841 stitches. Yay! I'm proud of myself. Last week I finally had a good week. I had a 5,000 stitch week. I was happy. It was really good. But firstly, part of the reason I'm here is I had to get the euphonium out. It's been a while. I would like to announce that I have got 3 finishes. Oh my goodness, 3 finishes. Firstly, big finish. Strawberry Fields by Blackberry Designs. I stitched this using a random piece of linen, which I'd say is Rochelle because it's very thin, that I got from the Achieve shop a while ago. I stitched it using the DMC conversion using CXC floss. It's on a 28-pound piece of linen, so it's quite big. I love it. Started this for my birthday sale the year before last. Really thrilled to have it finished. Even more thrilled because with my father-in-law dying, I was almost finished stitching this. And I thought, you know what, that is going to make an awesome memorial piece for my father-in-law. So I was up to doing this bit. PL is his initials. And then over this side, it's got the date 22. And I'm just thinking maybe what I should do is in this space here, he was born in 1945. So I'm thinking I might put a 45 to 22 in. And then this will be a lovely memorial piece. And I haven't told my husband yet. We're having the wake in a few more weeks' time. So I'm thinking about getting it framed secretly for him and presenting it to him at the wake. I think he'll like that. I mean, he's supportive of my cross stitch. He doesn't get it. He doesn't see why I spend so many times in it. But I think he would appreciate that. So that's a really, really special finish and a big finish. So really, really pleased with that. My other finishes are tiny, and they are from the smalls that I was working on this month that were called for Whip Go, the Lizzie Kate Tiny Tidings. They're tiny, and there's 5 in the set. So I guess in a way all 5 make a pattern, but we celebrate all small finishes, and I finished 2 of them. I finished the elf and Santa Nose. So that's not bad to have had 3 finishes, and they were actually all in the same week. So we'll see if I get time this month to work on any more. We might get another one of those finished. And I'm actually thinking ahead, you know, having my father-in-law die, it's the first person to die in that generation in my family. I'm starting to think, you know, it might be nice to do an ornament for each member of my family, in particular my kids, that we can hang on the tree. So I'm getting a bit sentimental, so I'm thinking maybe I should start stitching ornaments. So that might be in my plans for next year. Don't know. All right, the rest of my stitching is just working on my Whipco pieces. Since I saw you, I finished doing the model stitch for the Next Down the Rabbit Hole magazine, which I think I talked to you about. Sorry, flies come in. It's a beautiful spring day here. Spring, autumn. Oh, sorry, wrong month. I should know, autumn. So I had finished doing that model stitch, I think, when I filmed, around the time I filmed for you. And since then, I've been working on my Whipco pieces to work on fitting in the prompts for the daily 30. So the first one I've got to show you is Ariel. And this is one I got from Etsy. I have no idea what it is, where it's from, but I have done quite a bit of work on her, and that's where she's up to. Really cool. See, going around there and starting to get the silhouette. So, you know, she's still got a fair way to go, but she's well underway now. So that's where my Miss Ariel is. In case you're wondering, this is a piece of 28 count that I got from Sew It All a long time ago, but I just wanted the plain to go with the silhouette picture. Then the next one that I worked on was Strawberry Fields, which we finished. A lot of Strawberry Fields, more Ariel, the Tiny Tidings, which you've seen, and then I did some work on my bookshelf. And this is where my bookshelf's up to. Now, I'm not doing this as a daily 30 anymore because I just can't. I do 30 minutes pretty much every day. That's not the problem. It's working on the one piece. So I'm actually going to use it for prompts instead. So you can see that I've got the first bit of April done, and it's now, you know, we're up to about here. So I think next week I'll fit it into a prompt and get the next books done. So that's my temperature bookshelf progressing nicely. I then did some work on my All Hallows Eve. Where is it? Oh, in here. And I'm super chuffed with this because I got all the way, finished this whole bottom section and then got started in the top bit. So this is what it looks like total. So I've done all the bottom and now I'm working my way up, but I got something really funny. See this thing here? It looks to me, before I was stitching, it looked like a turkey that's facing this way. I don't know if you can see that. Like a funny turkey bird going that way. But it's not. It's actually a child walking that way. So that's the cool thing about these monochromatics. Until you stitch them, you don't really see what they are. So yeah, so a lot of stitching done on that. This one is on a piece of Paddock Lane's design fabric. Again and again, I think it's in a 32 count even weave. Purposely picked one of my ones with the dye spots on it because dye spots are a natural part of hand dyeing fabric, and they do sometimes complement the design and sometimes not. In this one I figured it'd be all right because I'll probably stitch over them, and these ones are in the border. So I figured I may as well use it because it's better for me to have it than to sell it. What else have we done? Oh, Cozy Cove. Well, my Cozy Cove needed restarting. This is where we're up to. I'm not even sure if I have a picture of Cozy Cove here to show you. I should do. Yep, here it is. There's Cozy Cove. So I've got quite a bit of stitches there to restart. I restarted that. This is what I used to. I restarted it last year. This is on a piece called Frozen that was from the Sassy pouch, the Sassy Devils. just using up the fabric I had. Nice faint bluey white. Really loving it more on even weave, people. I am an even weave stitcher. That is my happy place. So I'm enjoying that. So we did 1,011 on that, which is my goal, remember, for each month. Whoops, sorry. Then, got one more I didn't bring over. Well, I will insert a picture here of Kringles. So I had to frog all my Kringles, remember? And then I had to restitch it. So I've restitched and I started at the top, and you can see from the picture, and I've gone all the way down the side and all the way down the side, and I have ended up doing over my 1,000. I think I've done 1,371 stitches on it, and it fits on the fabric beautifully, just the way I wanted it. Another piece of Paddock lanes, this time in the opalescent. Then I moved on to working on my Told in the Garden piece, which is the one I don't have a picture of here, but Grandfather's Barn. So this is where Grandfather's Barn is, and you can see I worked on filling in all this red and finishing off the quilting frame down here. So Grandfather's Barn got a fair bit of love. I've been working on it for a while, and it has got up to 644 stitches now. So hasn't reached 1,000, so it will keep coming. And then the last one I've been working on is my Cross Stitch Nation, and everyone knows this one. This is where I'm up to. I managed to finish Gigi last night. I'm working across the border, so I've only got Natalie to go. The flowers there, and then I'm probably going to put Shady Tree stitches down the bottom. So just to give you a whole picture, I'm quite proud of how it's coming on. There we go. That's where I'm up to with my Cross Stitch Nation. So yeah, really pleased that it's coming on so well. So that's what I've been working on. Loving doing it every week. We get together now, we switch the night till Wednesday night, and a group of us jump on the No New Start Zoom and work on our SAL 300 stitches, which is what we need to do for the daily 30 prompt of it. And also then we sit there and we encourage each other and support each other and stay on track. It's so wonderful. So that is what I've been stitching. My rearrangement, I have room to put everything. It's really cool. All right, so what else have we got? Well, we've got haul. I got some haul this week. A few different things. I went and helped out at JK Stitching because she had COVID and was behind. So I took my friend Michelle down and we went and helped sort threads and put things away and do a whole bunch of things. And as a thank you, she gave us a choice of something. This is from the clearance section. Isn't that beautiful? A little village inside the bell. So I have that nice kit to work on when I feel like starting it. Then also my stuff arrived from the Daily 30. Now the Daily 30 do give out prizes, which is lovely, and you earn points and tokens that you can then exchange in the boutique, which is where people share their stash. It's a brilliant idea, so brilliant that we utilising the same thing in No New Starts this year, so thank you girls for the idea. And so I got a bunch of charts that I quite liked. I may decide to pass them on, I may not, but we've got one here I liked with the hearts. This cute scarecrow. Little Easter one. Oh, I love this one. Big sampler called Ladies Maids. Love that one. This next one says, with a silken thread so fine, this is how I spend my time. Needle poised, fabric taut, stitching samplers deftly wrought. And I thought that was very appropriate. And then a cute little Christmas Sweet Nothing, comes with a bit of fabric, a bunch of Present Colours, Isabella Johnson, Reproduction Sampler, and Mary, Quite Contrary, How Does Your Garden Grow? So there you go, that's a pretty good haul, I think. So I earned all that from completing challenges last year. This year they're being a lot stricter on how they accept your entries, so yeah, I've got to watch a bit more carefully, make sure everything gets posted properly. Okay, next thing I have is a reminder for you people about the giveaway. To celebrate our start of our 4th season, Jenny and I have a giveaway, and if you go back to episode 2, you can comment below if you're interested in receiving any of these prizes. We are sending them out to people to win. So we have got a cute little black cat. It's a full kit, comes with everything. So if you're interested in winning the black cat, the teapot, just have the word cat in your comment. This one is, you are the thread that runs through my life, the stitch that binds my heart. So there's a cute pattern there, which we will send anywhere in the world. It's just a pattern. And then for Australia only, or New Zealand, we have a full dimensions kit of the Noah's Ark. Oh, sorry, the last one was Stitch. And this one is obviously the Ark, or Noah, I can't remember which word. And again, it's a full dimensions kit with everything to stitch that absolutely beautiful ark. So if you're interested in any of those prizes, then please put a comment on episode 2, not today, saying which one you'd be interested in, give us a sentence that fits it, and we will do a lucky draw next video, because next video will be our start of the month catch up with Jenny, and it's good to do things together. So that is basically what I've got for you, except for talking about plans and a couple of Paddock Lane Designs updates. So plans, oh my goodness, it's nearly May. Can you believe it, people? It's nearly May. That means mania. Mania, that means starting all the things. No, not when you're in no new starts, it doesn't. No starting all the things, no new start, people. You're not allowed to. Okay, if you have freebie or whatever, you might start one, but that's not really mania. You could do a whip mania. I did a whip mania last year. Lots of fun. I worked on a different whip every day. Lots of fun. Heaps of fun. But switching whips every day is not in my style this year. As you know, I am being a more focused stitcher this year. So, was trying to work out what could I do for mania that would be useful, would commemorate mania, be a bit manic, and not be starting all things. So I came up with a really good idea, I think, and I am going to do an FFO mania. I am going to endeavour to fully finish at least 15 objects, maybe 30. Don't know, it depends on how I go, because sitting right here behind you is the box, the fully finished yet to be done box. And my goodness, people, it is overflowing, absolutely overflowing with things to finish. Now some of them are ones that I still had to finish from when I did a lot of finishing last year. You know, all these ones, but there's heaps and heaps and heaps to finish. So my plans, and I'd love people to join me, is hashtag FFOmania, and you need to declare at the beginning of May what your intention is for FFOing. We are going to hold a couple of hours Zoom once a week on the No New Start Zoom, where you can come and join. We're going to go to a breakout room and we're going to FFO things. It might mean that we're not talking, we're all sitting there on our sewing machines making quilts or something, but we're going to encourage each other to FFO everything. So we are going to get together, and it will most likely be a Friday or a Saturday night American time, daytime, Saturday, Sunday in Australia. May do a 2 sessions so that the European friends can join us too. in our Australian evening on a Friday or Saturday night. Yeah, so it should be fun. So if you think you need to get something under your butt to get your FFOs done, think about joining me in an FFO Mania. I'm going to put up a post on the New Starts group for anyone who wants to join me in that. And you know, let's see what fun we can have. We have great knowledge in these groups. So many people have different knowledge on how to do things. And I think it's really good when we share and we support each other. So come and join me for FFO Mania, and let's see if we can turn this lovely pile of finishes into lovely pieces like ones I did up there and there last year. So it'll be awesome. So hopefully you'll enjoy joining me on that. All right, so that is my plans. My plans for this week coming is to see what prompts come up for, oh look, I found Grandfather's barn. There you go, I did have it. I still have this Whipco piece I haven't touched yet, the rocks. So it needs to get a fair bit of love. And then I need to spend, I'm planning, it's 24 hours of cross stitch weekend. So I think I'm going to spend that working my way through my animal challenge, the yearly daily 30. So we've got the ABC houses, we've got the 12 jingling ladies, and we have got a stitch in time, which I don't think I have here. So yeah, those 3 pieces to work on to get my, I tend to do about 900 on each, 800 on one, so that I've covered all the bases. I've touched each thing every time, and each one gets some love, some good love. So it means that really, you know, every month, every piece I'm touching is around 1,000 stitches, and that's pretty good. All right, Paddock Lane Designs has some big news. Firstly, I am going to be releasing to the public some of my Down the Rabbit Hole charts, which there is quite a few of them, and I'm just going to quickly gather them so I can show you up close. Okay, so firstly, Autumn in Australia. My In Australia series is seasonal. It's a map of Australia, and each season has got the little girl dressed in appropriate clothing, the tree with appropriate foliage, something that's seasonal, and the sheep, and whether the sheep is appropriate for the season. So he's a bit fluffy in autumn. I know in spring he gets shorn, so he's a bit skinny. And there's big winds in autumn, so this is a big, good old cartoon style dust wind. These patterns are designed to be quick and easy to stitch. They're using mostly full stitches, DMC colours. I stitched in CXC because of the cost factor, but the colours are very true to DMC. So I'm going to be releasing these series of these, except for I think the last one, because I can't release that one just yet. And that will be available for buying on my website, paddocklanedesigns.com. Also on my Etsy store, but I'm having problems with the Etsy fees because I don't want to charge you guys much money for things, and especially a PDF pattern. Like, you know, a couple of dollars is all you need to pay, I think, for something that you've got to print yourself. So I really don't make much money from the patterns that I sell on Etsy. So I would rather you shop from patterns and fabric via my website. Fabric wise, see all this huge pile is all dyed, ready for me to put up on the website. I just have to go and put it, and I am changing the way I'm doing it. Some of the pieces now are in colorways that are fairly consistent. You know, my autumn leaves, my parchment, my blue sky. They're ones that are, you know, they always come out about the same. They're pretty reasonable that you're going to get about the same. And I always cut my fabric a bit bigger than a fat quarter so it shrinks in the dyeing process and ends up pretty much close to the Australian fat quarter, which is 50 by 55 centimeters. So I give or take 1 or 2 centimeters. So I'm actually going to start selling it on my website you can order it anytime, and I will dye to order, as well as having some pieces available. Because my dyeing to order process is, you'll have it within 2 weeks. I'm not slow like a lot of the other dyers that I know of, because I don't have the big quantities to do. So you'll be able to order your favorite pieces, and if you ever want a different size, then just message me. I can cut the bolts to whatever size you want, but at the moment I'm going to sell them as a small, which is about a fat 1/8. Sorry, small is like a tiny, or anyway, and medium will be a fat 1/4, large would be a fat 1/2, and then the different things depending on the sizes that people want. Also discovered that my fabrics work really well with the Bella Filipina patterns. So if you have Bella Filipinas and you're interested in some fabrics for that, check it out. Also got some new ranges. I have got 32 count even weave, and I'm doing a royal range. So different colors with the brownie and the gold fleck in the royal range. Aren't they just luscious? Really good for some dark ones. I've also got a 36 count linen range that has a brown tinge to it, that I'm doing a bunch of new colors in for these. So these will be as single colors at the moment till I work out what's common. But they come up really nicely. So at the moment those ones are only available in them, those 2 counts, but my normal range can be available in 14, 16, 18 count Aida, 32, 28 count even weave, sometimes linens, and the linens in 32, 28, 40 and 36. It's hard to get linen at the moment. You can't get it in from the suppliers. It's not in the country. They're not getting any in. So yeah, I don't really want to promote linen too much at the moment. And then after I have done the plain ones, I'm also now getting a lot of the opalescent in with the silver sparkle in 14 count and 18 count Aida, and in 28 and 32 count even weave. So you'll be able to choose one of the colorways in any of those counts that you want. You'll get approximately a fat 1/4 of it, and it'll be dyed in the colorway, but every piece will still be different. Now, the other thing is that sometimes when you're dyeing, the dyeing process does leave fabric dots, dye spots, and that is unfortunately just part of the hand dyeing process. And although we try our best to not do it, sometimes they come through, and they're often a really random color, like looking like yellow highlighter or something. It's a dye spot, and most times you're going to cover it with stitching anyway. So if you get a piece that is got a dye spot in it and it doesn't fit in with your stitching, then feel free to reach out to me and return it, and I'll send you another one. But I can't guarantee that you won't get one with dye spots. The ones with lots of dye spots though, I have in a separate folder called the dye spot sale, and you can buy one of those dye spot pieces for 50% off if you buy any other item on my website. And my website has got a lot of accessories, thread drops, thread floss holders, scissors, lots of different scissors, and then obviously the fabrics and the patterns. So if you buy one other product at full price, you can buy anything from the dye spot sale section, and you just put the code in that's written on the site for getting the 50% off that piece. It's pretty cool. And I think you can do multiples. So if you buy 2 things, you can buy 2 dye spots. So, if you're someone who doesn't mind the dye spots, then that's great way to get some very good value fabrics. And some of this new stuff's going in the dye spot sale, so really nice colors. Finally, I am having a special sale this weekend coming. Because Monday is the 25th of April, which is Anzac Day, and I like to try and commemorate Anzac Day today to pay my respects to people who have fallen or fought for the country. And with all the world turmoil and stuff happening at the moment, I feel it's really prevalent that we keep it in our minds. So I have got my patterns. Let's just remember them with my 4 faceless people. I've also got the Lest We Forget pattern, which is stitched there, and I've got the Lest We Forget mini patterns available in the Air Force, the Army, the Navy, and the nurses, medical staff. So those patterns are available, and they are going to be 25% off through my website, paddocklanedesigns.com, on the weekend for Anzac Day. So if you are interested in getting any of those patterns and you'd like to stitch one to commemorate one of your ancestors, friends, family, or just to commemorate the general people, please do take advantage of that sale. It's my gift to you guys to commemorate Anzac Day this year in 2022. All right, so that is pretty much all my news, people. That is where I'm at for this week. I will be doing a special video going through the FFO box later, so you can see what I'm going to choose. But next video, normal video, will be with Jenny. So thanks for joining me, people. Have a great week of stitching, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.